second. It looked like hard fought too. There was some moments in that race.
Yeah, I didn't. Honestly, I didn't feel as good as what I did last night. I felt kind of tight. I was having trouble getting the car to turn a little bit, but it wasn't as top dominant as what it was last night. But we just tightened up our race car a little bit too much, and I was trying hard to catch up to Carson. And I thought I had a shot at it actually there in the middle of the race in lap traffic, but
he threw a bonsai slider on. I think it was Madsen, the 11 car, and he really crossed up off it too. That was hazy there. It looked like there's a lot of those moments. If you wanted to get by lap traffic, you kind of had to slide pretty crazy going into one.
Yeah, actually, I think he threw a slider at somebody at the midpoint in the race there.
Right,
kind
right.
of stuck on the bottom for 1 and 2 and tried to get a run down the backstretch, but I think it was a lap car in there just kind of cut me off. But they were running there in the race circumstances, so I wasn't able to get by as fast as I needed to. But I was trying to run through the middle just because I didn't feel comfortable around the top. It felt like the wall was kind of sucking me in. But I was hoping to try to find the rubber a little bit sooner than he did, and I felt like we were catching back up to him. Just never got the job done.
Now, a lot of people were saying that the rubber didn't really come in until like 6, 7 to go. It looked like after the B, though, last chance, that it was going to come in relatively early. Did y'all set up for that, or how did that go?
No, honestly, I didn't think it was going to rubber just from the few experiences that we've had here this week. It seemed like it was getting slick, but not really burning the tires. Well, it was burning the tires up, but not really getting the sticky rubber. But this is probably the warmest night that we've had, and it did kind of get some sticky rubber there towards the end of the race, 3 and 4, and a little bit on the exit of 2. So we'll have to keep that in mind for tomorrow, and definitely not get ourselves as tight as what we did tonight.
Now, coming from 13th to 1st yesterday, that line you had developed there in 1 and 2, what made you even want to try it? Was it an iRacing deal or something, or what?
No, honestly, I got forced that way. I kind of got a run on Sweet there at the end of the race, and I knew I couldn't follow him in the next corner. So my only option is to either slide him or try and run the bottom or drive across the track. And I chose to try and drive across the track, and it just felt really good when I did it. So just kind of one of those moments where it's a split decision of trying something different, and it seemed to work out. So just kind of ran into the rest of the race, and then Donnie was kind of a sitting duck, so we were able to drive by him.
Seems like there's a lot of good cars down here. Obviously, points night coming up for the Outlaws. That's what this team's focused on, I'm thinking, right?
Yeah, I wish these last 2 nights were points nights. That'd be nice, but it's not. We're starting the World Outlaws point system tomorrow, and hopefully we can keep this momentum rolling and get a win or run just like we have the last 2 days and start the season off strong.
Seems like these first few races after this are going to be the curveballs to the year too. New tracks, Dixie, Talladega, Louisiana's got a couple of dates. How do you think that's going to fare? These are some new tracks you are going to hit.
Yeah, they're definitely always, that can play a big role in how seasons play out. Especially seems like for us in years past, we're hit or miss on those type of racetracks. These ones like here at Volusia that we can come back and have a notebook on, we seem to run really well. But then some of those racetracks that we haven't been to before kind of throw us for a loop and put us in a bad spot. So hopefully we can, overcome that and not put ourselves in those bad spots and run strong.
Is that kind of why y'all was over at Screven, just testing something new, or?
I didn't get to go to Australia this year. I have in years past, and it's been a couple months since we were racing, so we wanted to come down here, run a few nights, and kind of knock off the winter rust and get back in the feel of things.
Format's just a little different. Obviously, in the heat races here, fast qualifiers locked in, doesn't matter. It's kind of not the case in the Outlaw stuff, and it seems starting position, even though you were able to come from 13th, it's pretty big here regardless.
It is. There's a lot of tough cars here, so last night to be able to start 13th and win, that's huge. So like I said, I wish that was an Outlaw race, but it wasn't. But I like the Outlaws format. I think you get what you earn, and if you have a bad part of the night, say you qualify bad, you can make up for it in the heat race. So I think they have the best format, and I look forward to starting our season with the Outlaws.
Now, obviously, everybody knows you got Dryden. Is there anyone new y'all have added in on the off season here to the team or teams?
Yeah, well, Dryden's been huge for us. Since starting 2018, Dave Klinger, Al Johnson, everybody's been awesome for us. CND Rigging's back on board this year and stepping up for us, so really helping our team out. One of the reasons we're able to have 2 rigs JVI has jumped on board with us, and a huge reason we're able to have this second rig and be organized out here. So they've been huge for us, and GK Spark Plugs is jumping back on board. So we definitely couldn't do it without them, and they've been a huge part of taking this team to the next level.
Well, I definitely think you're smarter being in your fire suit than shorts like Dietrich. So good luck.